Welcome in. I believe we are live, our first live video in many years. We have a lot to unpack in this video. We're going to be jumping into Bitcoin. We're going to be jumping into Ethereum. The markets have just taken a plunge. We're going to give a very exclusive look under the hood as to what is going on. We're going to cover a lot of charts. We're going to dive in straight away. But welcome in, everybody. If you guys are new, my name is Steve, founder and CEO of CryptoCurrentCiesUniversity.com, home of the most game-changing crypto courses. We're also going to take a look at the chat as we go through this video a little bit later and take some questions. But we need to start right here. I want to start you with Ethereum. I have a lot to unpack with Ethereum in this video. A lot of it is going to surprise you. Some of it is longer term, like what Ethereum is going to do the rest of this year and next year and the following year. So it's going to be a big picture scope, and then we're going to take a look at what's happening in the markets as we speak, as Ethereum is currently at 1,166, and then Bitcoin is currently at around 36,000 and changed, just recently plunged all the way down into the $34,000 area. Is this a point of concern? Do we expect a turnaround in the market? Do we expect to go a lot higher? Is this a fake out, or are we just getting ready to go a lot lower? That's what we're going to be covering in today's video. Everybody hit that thumbs up button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Everyone that's listening right now, hit that subscribe button and join the movement. Our channel has been on fire. This is our first live stream, so hopefully you're enjoying it. But I want to get started with this chart right here with Ethereum, unpacking a lot of things that you've got to know right now. And before we really jump into the charts, before we really dive deep, what I want you to do is go get your free course. And you can probably see in the comments, if you're watching this live, that pretty much everybody has their free course already. And if you right there, if you don't have your free course, you're going to go get it right now. You're going to go to this link right here, CryptoCurrentCiesUniversity.com. We have a link down below, and I'll go ahead and pin a comment here that we can find out where you can get this free course. CryptoCurrentUniversity.com. Let's see if we have anything in the comments here that I can pin where to get your free course. Welcome in, everybody. It's great to see you. I think the comments are taking a little bit too long, but you can go to CryptoCurrentUniversity.com, CryptoCurrentUniversity.com, and get your free course. You're just going to click right here, get your free course. And if you've already had your free course, then you know the amount of knowledge, you know the amount of wisdom we're providing, and it's time to go get the next level. Really elevate your trading for 2021 for you and your family. The gold bundle is by far the most popular place if you've been in crypto for a few years. And if you're just new to crypto, right? Less than a year, just starting out, you're going to get the diamond bundle because it'll start you right at step one. But again, to get your free course, you're going to go to CryptoCurrentUniversity.com and click right here. Let's jump into this chart. Ethereum, right? Ethereum is my favorite altcoin. I don't know if it's your favorite altcoin, but if it's not, you've got to know this information even if you hate Ethereum. You have to know what I'm about to share with you. First of all, I want you to understand the channel that Ethereum was in during the bull market. It was in a very specific channel, and more than likely it's going to be in a very specific channel in this bull market. And we'll unpack that as we continue. But these are the key levels that we are watching for the past few months with Ethereum. Okay, we were watching these key levels for months, and what I would like you to see is where we're at right now. You can see the candle that we're at on the weekly chart with Ethereum as we speak is holding critical support for our critical area that was resistance, right? This level is at basically 863, right? And you can see this chart that we're looking at right here. You can see this candle, this wick, is showing a tremendous amount of buying pressure. A ton of buying pressure coming in at our key level of support. I love to see that. And if you're an Ethereum fan, what you want to watch over the next 2 days, if Ethereum can close on Sunday at midnight UTC time, if it can close right at about 1,236, right around there, we will form a dragonfly doji. This is typically found at the bottom of downtrends. However, it would be a dragonfly doji. It wouldn't be a textbook because those traditionally are trend reversals, reversal from going down to going up. But again, watch how this closes, because the way that this wick is now, bouncing off of key level, of showing a lot of respect to this level, it's a very bullish sign. Even though just recently today, in the past couple hours, Ethereum and Bitcoin have seen a big plunge, that's almost irrelevant in the big picture, because this is a weekly chart. We're looking at key levels of support here, showing a lot of respect, and the facts are the facts. If you're relatively new to this channel, we look at the facts in the charts, and only the facts in the charts. And the facts are very clear. We've shown a lot of respect. It's a great positive. We have a very long wick on the downside to the upside. A very powerful sign, okay? Regardless of what's happening in the last 15 minutes, this is the big picture. It's a very bullish sign. And what I'm going to show you next is even more important. Again, and you want to look at the structure that we've had with Ethereum over the past few years, creating our low back here in December 2018, creating our high back here in June 2019, a higher low back here in March of 2020, when coronavirus wasn't even a thing, back in the glory days, and then creating a higher high. You've got to love that if you're an Ethereum fan, and then showing some respect here. So all of those things I love. Again, in the short term, we'll get to that in a moment, but I want to show you something a little more powerful with Ethereum over the next couple years. What do we expect? This is critical information, whether you hate Ethereum or you love Ethereum. What I'm about to share with you is quite impressive. It's quite impressive. All right. What I want to show you is Elliott Wave. Okay. So we're looking at the whole scope of Ethereum here, something that not a lot of people have their eyes on. Most people have their eyes on what has Ethereum done in the past 10 minutes and what do we expect it to do for the next 10 minutes. And what we're talking about here are the next couple of years, so you can get a beautiful roadmap of what we expect out of Ethereum. So if you're viewing at home and you want to draw this chart, just pop this out for the Elliott Wave, specifically the impulse, the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, okay? What I want you to do is pop that bad boy out, and we're going to draw the 5-wave sequence, and it's going to shock you where we're at with Ethereum in terms of our cycle, okay? So we're going to start with wave 1, and we'll start it back in the glory days of 2015 as the bull market was getting started. We had our wave 1 up to this high here, and then we began our wave 2. Our wave 2 with Ethereum was in, typically these corrective waves, right? Wave 2 and wave 4 are corrective waves in the 5-wave Elliott impulse waves, right? What does that mean? Maybe that sounds foreign to you. It just means basically there are 3 waves that go up in price, and then there are 2 waves that go down. Simply put, that's the Elliott Wave in a nutshell. We'll break it down for those of you that are a little bit more advanced. But again, these, if you're looking at the big picture, generally speaking, those 2, wave 2 and 4, are usually bear markets, okay? If you're looking at a big picture, right? So we'll go ahead and we'll draw this wave 2 here. And then wave 3, okay? Wave 3 is typically the longest wave, but never the shortest wave, right? We can see wave 3 going up here. Again, wave 3, typically the longest wave. Notice how I didn't say always. Typically the longest wave, never the The shortest wave. So if you're drawing your 5-wave sequence and you're drawing what you believe to be wave 3 and it is the shortest, then it's a false drawing of the Elliott wave. So Ethereum got up to a high of about 405 on wave 3, right? 405 on wave 3 back in June 2017. And then we had our wave 4 here. And then we proceeded with our blow off top, wave 5, end of the 5-wave sequence for Ethereum, up at around $1,400. Okay, what happened next is pretty impressive, and we're going to jump into that. I want to jump into the chat for a second and make sure that we're still live and you can still hear me and people are still alive and everyone's good. So we're good. Everybody's here. Everybody's good. What I'm about to share with you next with Ethereum is pretty shocking, all right? It's pretty shocking. So shout out to everybody that's here. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments. First super chat, Colin, $5. I think Colin gave us $5. I'm not really sure how this is working, but Colin, you're the man. Thank you very much. We're definitely going to come back here and take a look at what everybody's saying. Let me see in the comments who is subscribed. If you're not subscribed, hit that button right now. Join the movement, because this is a channel where it's no BS. We're straight to the point. We have only the facts and the charts, no emotional opinions, no BS. We've got a lot to cover here, and we're going to jump back into Ethereum. So if you're joining just now, we've just drawn the 5-wave sequence, the Elliott wave sequence, the impulse waves for Ethereum for the first several years of its life, dating up all the way until the January 2018 peak of $1,400, okay? So we started back in 2015 in October, and we ended in January of 2018. That is the 5-wave sequence. Now, I want to show you something pretty impressive, because what happens after a 5-wave sequence, there could be many different formations. Elliott waves are very technical, and if you're new to crypto and you're not sure about Elliott waves, just start to learn it and practice it. Don't implement it in your trading. Keep your trading simple, and I'll give you techniques as we proceed here. But take a look here, and this will be a fantastic learning opportunity for you. So there's different things here, right? We've got the impulse wave. We've shown you the Elliott wave triangle formations with the ABCDE. We've shown you Elliott wave corrections with ABC. That's what we're going to show you right now. Okay, so the corrective wave happens after wave 5, meaning we completed the 5-wave sequence, and what generally happens is what's called an ABC correction. And to keep it simple, there's 2 buckets of ABC corrections, right? There's a flat formation and a zigzag formation. And I guess before we draw this, I'll just show you those 2 so you have a concept of what this even means, okay? So an ABC correction is a healthy flush out after a very strong bull market, okay? So an ABC correction happens like this. Point A comes down here. Whoops. Well, I'll go ahead and show you with this. Point A comes down here. We have a strong correction after the rally. Point B comes back up here, and point C comes back down to the lows. This is essentially a flat formation for the ABC, meaning we started here, we came all the way down with a shocking, complete bloodbath. We rallied back up, and B could even be lower, B could be higher. It will still consider it a flat formation, right? B can come up and technically double top, right? We had our top here, B could double top, and C comes down and forms what's called a double bottom, right? Simply put, that's a flat formation, right? A zigzag is a little bit more chaotic, okay? And we'll show you that here right now. So a zigzag formation is A comes down, a shocking correction. B is a very strong rally, but it ends very short, okay? A lot of people in the B kind of rally of an ABC zigzag formation, the B is very strong and then comes to a halt and completely falls apart. It kind of falls off the cliff. And instead of coming down to point A, it goes even further. We call this a zigzag, right? Why is this important? Well, we're looking at Ethereum and understanding what Ethereum is going to do for this year of 2021 and what is it going to do for the foreseeable future. And once you paint a clear picture with these Elliott waves, then things will start to become a little clearer, okay? So we've got our ABC correction here. We're starting up near the top, right? The 1,400 peak in January. And you can see this very strong, very aggressive bloodbath that Ethereum saw all the way from the $1,400 down to about $80, right? It was a bloodbath. And if you understand Elliott wave, then you know that we were bound to have a beautiful rally after that, which was a failed rally, right? So we had our failed rally up to approximately $400, right? About, we'll call it 370, right? It was about $400. And again, it was a failed rally, okay? But this is very healthy. You see this all the time in any market and also in crypto. It happened more frequently in crypto. And then we had a beautiful A, B, C correction, the C coming back down and almost double bottoming here. Pretty much double bottom, not a technical double bottom, okay? So that is kind of the flush out that we saw in Ethereum. It's incredibly healthy. And I love to see this textbook formation because this C is actually a higher low. So it's a beautiful formation, meaning we created a low, we created a high, we created a higher low, and now we're in our higher high. But more importantly, if we're looking at the charts, this is a very, very, very important move that Ethereum is in right now. This is a very important move. Regardless of what's happened in the past couple hours in crypto, this is a very important move, okay? So this is wave one. This is wave one, okay? Again, everybody would dream about getting in wave one, okay? Ideally, you would like to enter in wave, on the bottom of wave two, okay? So just imagine that you entered Ethereum in wave one. Imagine you entered Ethereum here and rode it with the 5-wave sequence. Okay, not having to trade in and out, in and out, in and out every day, every week, every moment, stressful. Imagine if you entered Ethereum here and then you rode it for the 5-wave sequence. Okay, I believe we are in wave one as we speak. Okay, we are in wave one as we speak, where we had our flush out, our complete flush out, and this is wave one. What you want to see in wave one, if you're an Ethereum fan, what you want to see is a higher, an all-time high. You want to see higher than the previous top of wave 5. So I believe that this wave 1 is not complete yet, okay? It's not complete yet. We are literally in it right now, and we will keep you updated on how this progresses, okay? If you're an Ethereum fan, this will also excite you, okay? This is also a big picture. And again, we're going to take a look at the smaller picture, the short term for Bitcoin and for Ethereum here in some moments, okay? So the last thing I want to tell you about Ethereum, looking at the big picture, is this top in January 2018, this top started the formation of our cup and handle. It's a beautiful formation, okay? This beautiful formation started back in January 2018, and we are still in this move currently. What you want to see, if you're an Ethereum fan, and if you want to see this breakout in a pretty absurd way, you want to see a nice little handle, okay? You want to see a nice little handle form over the coming weeks, right? You want to see a nice little handle. Otherwise, we just have a cup, okay? But our neckline is essentially at like 1,379, 1,352, right? Somewhere in there, that's our neckline. We want to have a confirmation of a breakout through this level and a confirmation of support, and then Ethereum it will rocket, okay? With this type of formation, with Elliott wave theory, what I would like to see with Ethereum in the next handful of months is a new all-time high, and more than likely it's going to test probably 3,000-ish in the next handful of months. That's what I expect to happen. And then when Bitcoin has its blow off top, I expect Ethereum to rally a little bit more before we enter our next market cycle. Okay, so let's come here. Let's make sure everybody is still alive in the chat and we're still good. This is our first live stream in many, many years. Let's see what this says here. Wow, the chat's moving very quickly. We're going to jump back into the video because I want to show you what's going on with Bitcoin at the moment. What's going on with Bitcoin at the moment, again, we need to talk about what the facts and the charts are, right? There's a lot of emotional opinions. I believe Bitcoin is doing this. I think we could be doing this. I think we could be setting up for that. But again, looking at the facts and the charts, there's a couple things I want to point out. And first and foremost, we need to point out what has happened in the past, okay? Maybe about a week ago, we pointed out this movement in the chart. And we said it's highly likely we're going to get rejected from this red line. This red line predicts market blow-off tops, okay? This is what's called the Bitcoin Investor Tool. I believe it's private. I believe this tool is private. You may be able to get it. Somebody smart in the comments will be able to direct you, but I have private access to this indicator, okay? So Bitcoin Investor Tool essentially says, hey, look, once you go above this red line, we're in our full market cycle blow off top, our parabolic blow off top. And we can just look left to understand anytime we went above this red line, it was A, short-lived, and B, the market top. Make no mistake, that's what this red line is used for, plain and simple. And you can see it at that 20K, and you can see it when we zoom back in history for 2013. You can see once we got above that red line, we had our blow off top. We had our market cycle top, and then we started a new market cycle, which is the bear market, right? So this is our warning. We're not there yet. However, when we approach this for the first time in our previous market cycle in 2017, when we approach this red line, you can see it circled here in purple, we had a strong rejection from this line, okay? And we reverted back to the 21 EMA. This is something that we talked about weeks and weeks ago. And again, in our past video, it made me nervous that a lot of people are starting to talk about the 21 EMA. So we'll get to that in a moment. But again, last week we pointed out, hey, just be prepared for a nice pullback from this red line, which we've seen now, okay? So that's point number one. Point number two is keep an eye on the 21 EMA. But what we've also seen further in this market cycle, right, are 20% pullbacks. We've seen it multiple times. And what we've learned so far, again, we have to analyze the data that's in front of us. What we've learned so far about this market cycle is that these 20% pullbacks are phenomenal entry points if you're long on Bitcoin. If you're looking to make some quick cash over a couple days, you're going to get burned time and time again. If you're looking at market cycles and you're seeing the big picture, you understand we're in a parabolic market cycle. You understand that we're in a strong bull market. There's not a lot of room for you to get in and out of trades over a few days and not pull out your hair, especially if you have like less than 5 to 7 years trading experience. If you're pretty green in trading, enter at good prices and hold for this market cycle. Meaning anytime, and again, this is not financial advice, I'm not your financial advisor, but just using logic, using what you see in the charts, we've had several 20% pullbacks, all right? And these have been phenomenal entry points. You can see back here, when we were at this $20,000 area, we had a beautiful pullback, and this was about 20%, right? this was about 20%, and we came back down to about 16,000. And if you watch our channel, we didn't blink an eye at this because we used the NVT, and the NVT stayed red through that period, and we said we're not concerned at all. Everyone was concerned that that was the correction, that we were going to plummet in prices a lot further than 16,000, and we didn't bat an eye. If you go watch our videos during that period, we said, look, the MVT is still red. There's nothing to be concerned about. But that was a 20% pullback. Okay, we've seen another 20% pullback recently, and then today in Bitcoin we could see another 20% pullback. But history tells us over this run that these 20% pullbacks are fantastic entries in the long term for this parabolic cycle. These are great entry points. And if you're looking to time the absolute top and the absolute bottom and get in at the absolute perfect time, then you're probably pretty stressed out right now. And you probably made some bad moves, and you probably made 3 or 4 bad trades consistently following that methodology. Again, you just need a strategy, and if you're my student, you have a hell of a strategy, and you can get that from CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Again, if you're new, you can go get a free course right now from CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Click right here to get your free course. We have a link in the description. This will help you tremendously. If you're new to crypto or you've been in crypto for many years, we have traders with 20 years experience take our programs and swear by it, okay? But go get your free course. You can see for yourself that we've got incredible game-changing courses, and this one that we're giving away for free is just it'll help you tremendously, okay? So back to these cycles. Again, the 20% we've seen time and time again. These are phenomenal entry points for the long term for this parabolic cycle, okay? What we've seen in the past is these moves generally happen with between 20 and 30%, okay? Sometimes up to 37, 39, which we've seen, all right? What we've seen so far is that our percentage drop is a little bit less, but just as frequent, okay? We've seen many of them in the past cycle, and we're seeing these 20, 25% drops quite regularly here in this cycle. What you will see in 5 to 10 years from now are even less volatility with these moves, okay? As time progresses, it'll be less and less volatility, meaning we're not going to see these 39% drops in our bull market. We won't see these 85% drops in our bear market. As 5 and 10 years from now, it'll be maybe 55 to 55% with the bear market instead of these 85%, right? Just to put it in perspective, as we have more liquidity in the market, that's how markets react. This is still a baby market. It's still a new market, so we have to treat it as such and understand what happens in the grand scheme of things with these types of market shifts, okay? So in the short term, what I would like you to look at with Bitcoin is a few things. We can go over here to the weekly chart, and we'll pull up what candle that we're going to print here in a couple days from now. And this will start to put things into perspective, okay? So Bitcoin right now is in a similar situation to Ethereum. It's in a similar situation to Ethereum. We can show you the Ethereum chart here with this candle forming right now. Again, if you're an Ethereum lover, what you would like to see in 2 days from now is Ethereum close to this 1,237. We'll have a dragonfly doji. It's a strong candle to the upside. And Bitcoin is no different. Bitcoin is no different. We'll come back to the 4 hour, but I'll just show you with BTC USD what we're looking like on the weekly candle. It's very similar, I believe, to Ethereum on the weekly. Yeah, you can see it here with the candle that we're looking to print right now in Bitcoin over the next 2 days and 6 hours on the weekly chart. We still have a fat body here. Again, if you're a Bitcoin lover, you want to see us close right under 38,000. That's what you want to see. Sunday, midnight, UTC time. Take a look at the candle that we're going to print on the weekly, And that's what you want to see. You want to see right above this 38,000, or sorry, right below this 38,000. We do like to see right now with Bitcoin, we had a very strong wick. Okay, this is a very strong buying pressure coming from this area of about 30,000, pushing prices up. And what we're trying to do right now is find our footing. We're trying to see who's in control, the bears or the bulls. Okay, so we've seen the bears really in control with this weekly candle, where the bulls have pretty much been in control over the last handful of months, outside of a few blips in the market, which were very healthy. Okay, outside of that, we've seen the bulls in control. And what I would do like to point out here as well is we've had a change of trend on the fear and greed index. Okay, you can see this 78 that we printed a few days ago was a change of trend, a trend that we've been in for months. We've been in this uptrend for months, creating beautiful market structure that we've been following for months. That 86 level, we've just broken it. Okay, and now we're starting to see some potential resistance from what used to be a beautiful market structure of at about 90. Okay, we were holding 90 as support for a while, and we may be getting some resistance there. We'll see what we print tomorrow. You can see that we have 5 hours and 11 minutes until we print our next one, but we'll keep you up to date on that. Let's come back over to the chat. Let me try to take a question from the chat and see how everybody's doing. Make sure you guys subscribe. If you haven't done so already, hit that button. We're going to take a question. We'll do some questions here inside the chat. It looks like we have a chat revenue of 57. We're probably going to donate that. Let me know in the chat who has a good idea for some donations. We'll probably donate that to somebody in need over the course, especially after the holidays. But thank you for whoever gave that money. I really appreciate you. Hopefully you're not offended that we will donate that. Now, let me take a comment from the chat. And everybody who's not subscribed, hit that button, join the movement. Don't be left behind. This will be your new favorite channel without a doubt. I think the chat is a little bit delayed. Love me some Elliott Wave. Yes, we covered Elliott Wave earlier. Let me know if you guys have a question in the chat. Then I can address it in the charts. But if you're joining in a little bit late, we covered Ethereum. We covered Bitcoin. We covered the big picture. And we're going to be covering the short term as well. So appreciate everybody in the chat. You guys are incredible. This is our first live stream in many years. In many years, we did live streams back in 2017 on a platform called Periscope that was recently shut down. Periscope was bought by Twitter, and now we'll jump back into the charts. I want to show you some more. Okay, so we covered this cup and handle forming with Ethereum. I want you to watch that over the next handful of weeks. We got the neckline at 1,370. I want you to watch this Elliott Wave formation. Okay, the Elliott Wave formation happening right now with Ethereum. We're in a brand new Elliott Wave 5-wave sequence. We just started it, and again, the way that I pointed it out to you is imagine if you got into Ethereum back here in wave 1. That's where we're at now. We're in wave 1 of Ethereum, of our 5-wave sequence. You can see the 5-wave sequence happen before in the span of from October 2015 all the way to the high of January 2018. Happened over a few year period. We've just started a fresh new 5-wave sequence with Ethereum. Okay, we just had a beautiful ABC correction, okay, which is a flat formation, which we covered earlier, and now we're in wave 1, but it's not completed yet. We are still currently in wave 1. We're still currently in our cup formation. We want to form a nice handle, and then we want to break the neckline with a confirmation, and Ethereum will likely explode to more or less 2,500, 2,800, somewhere around that over the next handful of months. That's what we're looking at with Ethereum currently. Now we'll get into Bitcoin here in the short term. We're going to go ahead and pull up the 4-hour chart, which we never do, but I know you guys like to look at the short term, especially if you're watching live. You may be wondering, hey, what do we see? What's going on here with Bitcoin? Because you can see on these 4-hour candles, we had our peak right at about 40,000. You know, a lot of people were getting quite excited. Hey, we're about to reach a new all-time high, and I think we're going to do it today, you know, whatever have you. What do we make of this formation over the last handful of days? Okay, let's take an honest look at it. So again, if you're relatively new to our channel, we look at the bigger picture, because the bigger moves, these moves are not the bigger moves. The bigger moves is where you're going to lose all your money or make all your money. We're talking about these moves. We look at them mainly on this channel so that you can really maximize your money and not be stressed out trying to trade in and out of trades, constantly in and out. And if you're really new, that'll eat you alive and you'll be down for the count faster than you know. Okay, so those of you that are relatively new, I started trading when I was 16 years old, and I'm a lot older than that now. Many years ago, I started trading, and I made every mistake in the book because of my ego. My ego kept fueling me that I knew what I was doing, that I understood the charts, and none of those things were true. And it took me many years to really figure out this game, and now my life's mission is to really help you avoid all of those ridiculous mistakes that I made, that you're probably making right now. Okay, so what do we see with Bitcoin? First and foremost, I would like to look at the structure. Okay, that's what I want you to look at first when you're looking at anything in the charts. And what you can see with Ethereum is with Bitcoin, we look at this kind of $17,000 area, and we'll just draw some quick points here. We'll call this our low. Right? We'll call this our higher low. We'll call this another higher low. So at the same time as forming these consistent higher lows, we formed our high, and then we formed a higher high. Technically, this is an uptrend, right? Uptrends have consistent higher lows and consistent higher highs. I like to look for the power of 3, which we've seen 3 here, and then we had our third higher high here. These are all phenomenal things. We proceeded with another higher low, higher than the previous low. And this one did not, I repeat, did not break market structure. We have not broken market structure. I know we've had a 20% pullback. I know people are freaking out, but just looking from a technical standpoint at Bitcoin right now on the 4-hour, which again, we never look at the 4-hour. It's almost irrelevant. I know everybody likes the short term, so we pulled it up and we're taking a look. What we don't like to see is a potential, I repeat, potential move here in Bitcoin, where we've had this structure forming, higher highs, higher lows. We printed our new higher low right here, okay, on January 11th, right? What I don't like to see is this is our first failure of trying to make a higher high. Does this mean a trend reversal? No. If we see Bitcoin roll over and form a new lower low, okay, then we're in the midst of a potential broken trend, which we've been in this trend for many months, okay? That would be a major breach of trend. So what I want you to watch in the short term is this $30,000 area. If you see Bitcoin break that, then the floodgates may open, where we have some moves that look kind of like this, okay? Again, don't quote me on the price. I'm not trying to show you a price projection here. We're looking at the 21 EMA on the weekly, right? But this is just where I'm trying to show you is we'll come back up, we'll have another failed rally, we'll come back up, we'll have another failed rally until we reach our low. This is a trend, typical trend reversal, but we're not there yet. From a technical standpoint, we have not, I repeat, not broken trend. We have not broken trend, okay? We did, however, print our first lower high. We did not print a higher high. So again, it's cause for caution, but it's not cause to, sell your house and get out all of Bitcoin. We have not broken trend. It's nothing to be concerned about. We did, however, start to break our trend here in the fear and greed. So it's something to keep an eye on. We're starting to show some signs of concern, right? The house isn't on fire yet, but we can smell a little bit of smoke, potential smoke. That's where we're at right now, to put it in perspective. We can smell a little bit of smoke. We're not sure if there's a fire. We can't see a fire, right? We cannot see a fire. That's where we're at right now. Cause for concern? Okay. Now, when you look at the bigger picture with Bitcoin, then you can start to see a little more clearly what's going on. But one of the keys is going to be Sunday, midnight UTC. Remember, the MVT has accurately predicted all of our major tops and our major pullbacks, right? Even back here in December 2017, we're at 20K. Remember, we are still red in the MVT. However, last week, you'll remember, we printed our MVT, and then afterwards, we had a correction. But price action is king. Indicators are lagging to price action. So we're going to see our true reaction in the MVT this Sunday. We couldn't see it last Sunday because price action, that turmoil in the price action, happened after we printed with the MVT. So Sunday, midnight, UTC time, we're going to see our true reaction with the MVT, okay? If this turns white, then we're in for a larger pullback, okay? That means the pullback is not over, it's just started. If we remain red, then it's likely we're going to have our new all-time high in Bitcoin. Plain and simple, that's how to look at it. Sunday, midnight, UTC time. And again, if we do print white here, then we're just looking at one simple chart. And that's our chart of the 21 EMA, right? The 21 EMA with that pullback, okay? We've shown you that time and time again. That's what we would be looking at. Let's come back here to the chat. We'll take a comment. If you have a comment right now, a question about the charts, we will take your question right now. Let me know in the comments as we speak. Yeah, everybody smash that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button. If you're new here, this is where we keep the charts simple, clean, and clear. So for the first time ever, you're going to understand our TA here and start to make a lot more progress and have a lot more success in crypto. So hit that subscribe button. If you're watching on the mobile, flip that bad boy right side up, click that subscribe button, and then have that thumbs up button. If you want to follow us over on the Twitters, you can right here at CryptoCrewU. CryptoCrewU on the Twitters. And again, if you haven't done so already, go get your free course. There's nothing like this out there. Nobody has courses like us. Our courses are far and above everybody else. Go get your free course at CryptoCrewUniversity.com. The link will be down below, CryptoCrewUniversity.com, and you're going to click right here to get your free course. It says, get your free course now. It'll take you 3 seconds to do that. You're going to go do that right now, especially you. If you haven't done that already, you're going to go do that right now. And then if you've already done that, you know our courses are incredible. And if you want to take your trading to the next level in 2021, the Diamond Bundle is if you're super new to crypto, less than a year in crypto, this will start you right at step 1. And if you've been in crypto for a couple of years, you're going to get the Gold Bundle. This is our top seller by a mile. Everyone goes crazy for the Gold Bundle. You're going to probably see some comments from students now. You're going to go get that as we speak. And let's go back and take a comment, and we can address some comments here in the chat. Subs since under 100. I love to see that. Michael, thank you. Everybody smash that thumbs up button. I vote no blazer. Yeah, with today we've got our shirt. We've got no blazer. Hopefully you guys appreciate it. I'm a student and love the course. You are the man. You can see a comment right here from a student who gave $5. We really appreciate that. And again, anything donated during this, we're going to give to charity. Let me see. We're going to give to charity. If you guys are new to our channel, we're heavily involved in charity in many ways and shapes and form. We just gave Amazon gift cards away to 21 people. Each gift card was $100. Yeah, you can send us an email here. The chat is kind of lagging a little bit. I'm a student and a subscriber. Are we headed? How do I get that comment back? How can I scroll? Oh no, where is it? So, okay, so the question is, are we going lower in the short term? And this may be something that a lot of you are wondering. Like, hey, in the short term, what are we expecting? What I would reference is this chart right here. Again, you have to look at probability and statistics. Is our trend broken? No. So one thing you want to look at is the MVT on Sunday at midnight. Are we red or are we white? Are we going to make another failed rally here? Meaning we failed to get above this 42K to make another higher high. We had our first failure here, meaning we made a lower high. So our structure is not broken yet, but we see some smoke. So if you want to understand how this market is going to react, you have to look at probability and statistics. If we go lower than 30K, we're going to go a lot lower. If we don't, then the structure is not broken, and we have to get above a new all-time high to have our continued rally. So this is a rally that we've been forming for months, okay? So if that's not short term enough for you, maybe we can go down to the 1 hour, something we never, ever do. But again, we can look at what's happening here in the short term with our trends. You can see that on the hour, we had this beautiful trend here where we're printing some candles that we can be concerned about. But again, when we look up close, you can see over the past handful of hours, we've had some turmoil, but it's not major turmoil. Look at our structure here. We're holding it as support. You can see right here, boom, resistance, boom, resistance. We came up, we kind of went up to this 40K area. We've seen some pressure, some selling pressure pushing us down, and we've held support right at this $35,000 area. So this is not really a concern. If we go back in history, we even held it, and we can even pull it up just a touch. We held it as resistance even back here on January 11th, right? You can see that this area was pretty critical. And if we zoom back, you can see critical resistance here for January 6th. So are we concerned with a little pullback coming down as support? No. And then you can see these wicks that we have right here. Look at these long wicks, which means that there's some buying pressure coming up, and the bodies are holding support. Okay, so this is what you like to see. You like to see this if you're a fan of Bitcoin and you want us to go higher. These are beautiful signs, again, and they're really short term. Do you ever see us pulling up an hour chart on our videos? No, but we've got students here, we've got a live chat, and we got to provide the people what they want, and this is what you want. So when you're looking at a chart, this is how I want you. This is how I want you to look at it. This is how I want you to look at it. I want you to take this approach of probabilities and statistics. I want you to take this approach of support and resistance, okay? I want you to understand where we're at in terms of market structure before you try to decide anything of what you're doing. You can see more clearly here, that back here on January 3rd, holding resistance at this area. Same here through this area of January 6th, all the way through the entire day of January 6th, and then moving into some resistance here when we plummeted all the way down to 30. But now we're holding it as support as we speak with these hourly candles. Okay, so we're inside this candle. We're not printing it yet for another 52 minutes. So you can see that this candle is starting to hold some resistance, but again, it's only 8 minutes, 7 minutes and change old. So that's what we're looking at on the hourly for Bitcoin. Again, this is not a broken trend in the big picture, all right? If we zoom back out to where we were before, then you can see the trend is not broken, okay? And you can see that we've been in this trend for months. So hopefully that helps a lot of folks in the comments. We're going to come back to the comments and take a peek at what's happening and try to answer another comment. We'll try to take one more, but I think my comments are frozen. Oh no, maybe here they are. Bear with me. Bear with me. So if we missed any comments, my apologies. I don't have the comments popped up on the chart as we're doing this. But again, if you're new here, subscribe. This is going to be your new favorite channel. Clean, crisp, and clear TA that you finally understand. That'll help you tremendously. So you hit that subscribe button right now. Hit that button, join the movement, and let's get a question answered. This is a good one. How much money would you suggest to start trading with? This is a phenomenal question. I like that one a lot. How much should you start trading with? And even if you have positions right now and you're looking at, hey, how much should I add to my position? What's the mathematical formula I should use? I think a simple answer is the number is probably a lot less than you think. Let's say hypothetically you have $1,000, right? And you're like, hey, I've got this $1,000. What do I do with it? How do I get into Bitcoin and Ethereum? Should I trade only those two, or should I invest in some of these other small coins that everyone keeps talking about? What should I do with this $1,000? And actually, I'm preparing a video, a more detailed video on exactly what you should do, but I'll break it down in a simple way right now. And it's not going to be what you expect. It's not going to be what you expect. What I don't suggest is that, hey, go buy $500 of Bitcoin and then go buy $300 of Ethereum and then use the other $200 for these crap coins. No. What you want to do is look at, again, probability and statistics. You want to use mathematics, and you want to use logic. You want to use a strategy. You want to use risk and reward. What does that mean? That means if you have $1,000 to trade with and you want to be an active trader, you're going to trade with a small portion of that $1,000. Does that make sense? Even if you're a disciplined trader, you've been trading for 5 years, 7 years, you've got a couple years under your belt, you're feeling good, you want to take this approach forever. If you have $1,000, you're not going to put it all into the markets unless you're very long term. If you want to buy Bitcoin and hold it for 5 to 10 years, then yes, under some circumstances, you can take that $1,000 and put it all into the market. But please, please, please pay attention to what I'm about to share with you. If you want to be kind of a swing trader, right? A lot of people think that that's a really sexy term, swing trader. First and foremost, let me point out the flaws with swing traders. Let's go over here to a weekly chart. You'll see things a little bit cleaner. All right, let's say that you want to be a swing trader. What swing traders miss out on are natural rhythms and moves of the market cycles. You can see this market cycle here. This is where you're either going to lose all your money or make all your money. And if you're a swing trader, you're staying in a trade for between 1 and 3 weeks. These are weekly candles. You would have gotten slaughtered here. You would have got into a trade, and then 1 or 2 weeks later, you would have sold like here, and you would have missed out here. Swing trader is not ideal for this market. If you want to be a long-term trader, yeah, you could have bought down here, and maybe you're still holding. Or you could be what's called a hybrid trader, which is my personal strategy, which I teach at CryptoCrewUniversity.com, where you enter in and out of trades, and it's mirrored to the natural rhythms of market moves. Okay, does that make sense? Meaning you can get into a trade like this, you can try to get out near top. Again, are you ever going to time the exact market moves of tops and bottoms? No. No, nobody on earth will do that. Nobody. Whether if they're promising you that, run for the hills. Okay, here on this channel is no BS. I tell it to you like it is. Are you going to time the top of the market and bottom of the market? Hell no, you're not. I hate to ruin your dreams. That's not going to happen. It's really not. What you want to do is you want to have a probability that the market top is coming. So my students are trained to buy near the bottom and sell near the top of the natural rhythm and flows of market cycles. Okay, so instead of a swing trader getting in and out really quickly and getting just slaughtered time and time again, my students are trained to have more patience and play the slightly longer game. Meaning the hybrid trader is in between. We'll call swing traders here and long-term investors here, where long-term investors, you can only make 1 or 2 trades per year, where a swing trader is making 1 or 2 trades per week. And the hybrid sits in the middle of this. It's what I created, right? You're taking trades, and you may be in a trade for a month. You may be in a trade for 3 months. And then you get out with the natural moves, the natural rhythms of the crypto market. Okay, does that make sense? The hybrid trader sits in between these two. And that's what more or less, if you're new to trading, or if you've been in for 5 to 7 years, this is what you should be doing. Okay, if you're really, really new, you should be long-term until you really learn what you're doing. You should never, ever try to be a swing trader if you've been in trading for less than 5 years. Never. You're going to get destroyed, and you probably already got destroyed. You're probably shaking your head like, yeah, I got beat over the head. Well, you shouldn't hang out here. If you're new, you should only invest long-term until you figure out how to trade, okay? And that's what we do best. That's what we do better than anybody. So you can go to CryptoCrewUniversity.com and you can get our diamond bundle if you're really new, or gold bundle. And again, that's where you're going to really learn how to trade. And in the interim, if you don't want to start there, you're going to start with your free course so you can see what we're all about. You can see for yourself that our courses are top of the line. All right. So I think that was our last question. Hopefully that was a great answer for you guys in terms of what should you do with $1,000. And what I would recommend is you watch our channel, and we're going to have a more detailed step-by-step of what to do with $1,000 portfolio. Whether you've been in trading for 5 to 7 years, it'll be a huge addition to you, or you are in less than 5 years, this will be major as well. So again, thank you for the chat. $70. We're going to donate this to charity, or maybe give it away to people in need that are in our community. But for sure, I'm not going to keep it. We'll give it away. That's the thing that's better to do. Now, we covered some comments here. We're going to get to XRP. I see some XRP comments. We're going to get to that in a separate video. This video was more or less tailored to Ethereum, what's happening with Ethereum right now. If you missed it, you need to re-watch this video, okay? We talked about the Elliott wave sequence forming in Ethereum. We just completed an ABC, and we've started a new sequence. You need to hear what we're talking about there. So watch the replay of this. You're going to need to watch what we see, what we said about this cup and handle forming with Ethereum. You're going to need to cover what we're talking about here in the short term with Bitcoin, and then in the medium term and long term with Bitcoin, what we're looking at with these percentage drops, what we've seen happen time and time again, what we're watching here with the MVT. All of this, you need to pay close attention. And if you missed any of this detail, you've got to watch this replay so you know what's going on. This was our first live stream. Hopefully everybody enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up, comment down below, hit that subscribe button, go get your free course. If you haven't done so, you can follow on the Twitters at CryptoCrewU on the Twitters, and get your free course at CryptoCrewUniversity.com. And that's it. The rest is history. So hopefully you enjoyed this live stream. Thank you everybody for coming in and showing some support, especially everybody that's been following for years through all the bear market and the bull market, and all the advice that we've given through that time. Our mission is really to change lives. I started trading many, many years ago. I made a lot of mistakes. It took me years to figure it out. And now I've spent all the remaining years trying to help you avoid all those mistakes and give you all my wisdom and no BS. We don't take paid ads here. Our words are not paid for. We don't have a whole bunch of affiliate links that we're promoting all these things. Everything that we talk about on this channel, I built with my two hands, and it's from my heart. That's plain and simple. That's what we do here. So if that connects with you, then you will love this channel, and hit that subscribe button. We will see you on the next video. An hour and 1 minute long video. Woo! I'm dead. I'm dead. Hopefully you picked up some incredible tips, tricks, and techniques. And I'll see you right back here for the next video. Peace and love to the fellow underdogs.